What's up YouTube? My name's Quickie, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I'm not doing oil cooler yet. I want to do anything other than the bloody oil coolers around. So there's a few little jobs and stuff that I've got to do on the bike. I just want to get the front end all back in. We've had the yokes dipped in dichloromethane, so all the powder coat's gone. Top yoke does need some dressing up and shot blasting and stuff still, so. And I want to get all the front end back in so I can see how that stupid bloody thing is going to fit. I hate that thing, I really do. I'm going to have to do it again. I'm going to have to get back on it again. But I'll explain all that later. Let's get on with rebuilding the front end. Right, just out of interest, how much space have we got? Oh, that's a fair amount. Oh, we'll be alright. We are going to have to collapse the forks completely once this stupid thing is done, just to make sure. Right, another thing I want to do is just get a coat of primer on the seat. It started flash rusting. Same thing with the number plate, jobby. Oh, I'm not having it. So we're going to rub it down and just get some primer on it, basically. Where are they? Here we go. Right, next job is I want to plate these over. On the other side there's a hole here, and the only reason for that is so you can get in and get to the top shock mount on the stock bike or ascent stock. And that looks nasty, so it's getting plated out. And Steve-O did a couple of plates. What's that line for? I don't know what the line's for. Oh yeah, little bit of it, so it'd be this one for that. Yeah, it don't even fit, Steve-o. These are supposed to be flat. Right, let's rub out his workings out. Sharpie. Right. Which one fits better? It's not far, it's just that corner, I think. I'm going to have to put some welding around the edges. Right. Don't need that anymore. Bless him, he tried. He did try. I'll give him that one. Right, I need a straight edge. Couple of magnets. Right. Special delivery. Oh yeah. Oh, this is handy. Right. Get on. Right, so my little benchtop grinder over there ain't the best. I think the bearings have gone on it. So I treated myself to a new one, which has also got a polishing kit with it. It wasn't expensive. From Metal Polishing, what was it? Metal Polishing Supplies UK Limited. Get all the polishes and stuff and the cloth, ideal. It can go in there. What's that then? All right. So I've got one made of straw, one made of carpet, and one made of cloth. That's the shiny one. Come on. Oh, it's not like I haven't got enough cardboard boxes, is it? Where's my thing? Oh, he'll do. This is going to get used quite a bit. I'm probably going to have a go at the top yokes in a minute, just because Steve-O mullered them. But then we've also got all the engine cases and a few other bits that need polishing. Forks off Asbo, they could do with a bit of a spritz up. So this is going to get used plenty. Oh, hello. Why can't you come out? Well, it's not all singing, all dancing. It's not the best. I would go into shock if I bought the best. But it'll do for what I need. And it also means I can get rid of him on the end, bolt this down in its place, and I've got one thing that will do basically everything. The only thing I haven't got is a wire brush that's the right size for it. But I've got 2 stones, so that will do for, you know, sharpening up tungstens and all that other malarkey. Plus I've got the polishing kit and the spindles and all that stuff that goes with it as well. So I think we're in. Guards, don't need them. No, don't need them. Happy days. What I'm probably going to end up doing is making something that comes across the front here, because these little jobbies is rubbish. Look at that. So I will make up something a little bit different there, but he will do. I don't know why they bother sending me guards. Right, crack on. Right then, this side's done. Loads of faffing basically. Hang on. Yeah, it's just loads of faffing. Little tacks, let it cool down. Get some welding there, let that cool down. Then you got to dress it up. These things are really good because they are a little bit flexible, so you can get in there and it's not dead flat because it has got a bend to it. I had to put that in with the vice brake. A tiny little bend, but it does make a difference because then it follows the frame quite nicely. There's a couple of little doodads and stuff, little nicks that I've got to blob over and sort, but that's it. Oh, this thing, towel. If you're doing grinding, well, okay, I'm not telling you to do anything, this is just what I'm doing, but just a damp towel, stuck it over the engine because I really didn't want to be, you know, getting hot sparks and spatter and all that sort of stuff on there. Works a treat, but you got to make it wet. I didn't, I forgot that bit and I burnt a hole in it. But that's alright, that's Steve-O's. Right, so that's it loosely all back in place. It's so much better when it's not rusty and it's all the same colour. Side bits is all right. As in all of this bike, it needs a good spritz up and go over and make sure it's all nicely finished and everything else. That's going to happen when the engine comes out. Right, so what next? Well, I need to make some new plates for his rear sets because he wants them about here. So I could do that. Well, actually, I could do the top yoke. Top yoke, because that got mullered. Yeah. Let me show you. Right then. This is Steve-O's handiwork. Yeah. I've decided if he's had a bad week, he's not getting anywhere near an angle grinder. Basically, this just all needs to be dressed down. We did have a, there's a peg that came out the bottom here. That was one of the security fittings for the ignition barrel, and he's chopped the ignition barrel off, but where he's done it, and then he's dressed it in again, he's took big guffs and cuts and everything else out of this. It's actually really, really thick. So I could just shave it down in the mill and try and make a nice job of it. Do I want to weld it first? How deep does that go? I think we'll be alright actually. So what I could do is just mark out a centre point on here, set it in the mill and just take this edge off just to make it nice and flush again. Can actually do the shot blast first because we've still got a little bit of powder coat and stuff on there just so I can see exactly what I'm dealing with. There's an indent here, probably need to fill that full of weld. I want to take that nub off so all this is dead flat. So do I want to fill that one as well? Probably don't need to actually. I might do. I don't know. Let's get it cleaned up first. Right, I need to work out some sort of extraction for my shot blaster. Basically got vents on it. The bottom, the one at the back is guarded. But I need to make up some sort of hose attachment type thing that I can run outside, so because this thing makes hell of a mess. It really, really does. But I haven't got any extraction on it, so you're pumping air into it at like 100 pounds of pressure. It's got to go somewhere and it's going to find any little way out. So all the back of this is dusty as hell. I need to find some hose, yay big, and stick that in the back here. And then I can just take it outside, even if I shove a Henry Hoover on the end of it, I don't really care. The other thing I'm going to do on this, because the light's buggered, needs another light in it, which I'll get sorted probably at the weekend. But the perspex on here, you get like these plastic sheets that you stick on the inside, and they just don't last 5 minutes. They really don't. You can move out of the way. So all I'm going to do is get a piece of picture frame glass, stick one of those on, and then I'm going to duct tape or somehow fix. Actually, I'm probably going to duct tape because then it seals all the way around. Just a pane of glass on the inside, because it's going to be abrasive resistant, and you're shooting everything down, not up, so you ain't going to break it, but it just won't frost over as quickly. So plans are being made. Right. I can't see a bloody thing. Is that clean? Well, it is on there. What about the inside? Let's give that a wipe. Oh, there we go. Just rubbing the dirt, you see how much comes off? Just rubbing the dirt off the inside, scratches it. So it's sort of not helping yourself really. Oh, there it is. Right. Definitely needs a light in there. Definitely needs a pane of glass. Thing is, it's dark in there anyway, but being black don't help it. Oh, hello. Oh, that'll do. That's betterer. Right. Look at it. And the air just, and the dust forces its way out of everywhere. I mean, anywhere there's a joint, it comes out of it. You know, you can't be pumping volumes and volumes of air into something and not have that happen, I suppose. First things first, let's see what we got. Oh, look. He proper went at it, didn't he? Right, okay. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to break out a TIG welder. I'm going to fill that little divot in there. I'm going to fill some of these guffs in as well. Then I'm going to let it completely cool off, and then we're going to have this in the mill and see if we can't dress it down a bit. This bit will be easy enough. Run a few passes over that and whittle it down so it's the same height. That'll be alright. Then these ones, because I haven't got a rotary turntable, this isn't straight. It actually goes in and then it comes back again. So we'll have to set it and get it all level and stuff how we want to, and we'll probably do that on this casting mark here. And then we'll have to tweak it a little bit, and we'll have to do the other bit, and we'll have to marry it up in the middle somehow. But at least it will get it nice and square and straight and everything else. Right then, TIG time. Right, this is going to look way worse than it is to start off with. Blue roll, you'll do. Basically, where he's took big chunks and stuff out of it, it's all oxidised on top anyway, real thick layer of oxidisation. That all needs to go, and I also need to get any remnants of steel or any of the stuff off the sanding disc or stone or whatever the hell else it was that he used. I need to get all that lot gone. So using the Dremel, I've just ground it out. Put some big bloody guffs in it. But now it all gets cleaned with acetone. Basically this needs to be as clean as you can possibly get it. Any contaminants, that sort of stuff is just gonna trash stuff. I've got a bit there as well. Where's my brush? Right, and like I say, this is not a how-to, not at all. It's been quite a while since I welded alley, it has to be said, but you know, same sort of principles apply, I suppose. Just you've got to be as clean as you possibly can be, because otherwise you just get loads of crap and black stuff floating up in the weld, and it's horrible, and you can't dress it out. So, you know, it needs to be clean. I think we're all right there. Also going to give my filler rod a bit of a clean too. Let's just have the end off that. Right, don't touch any of that now. Apart from the acetone, I'm putting that away because it's flammable. Right, probably the most expensive bit of kit I've got in here is my shitty milling machine, and it is junk. It is well, I say it's junk, it's not junk. It's a Draper 34023mm. It's alright just for doing little bits and pieces, but to be fair, that's all I'm doing. I wish the bed was very slightly bigger, because then I could just make my own top yokes and bottom yokes and stuff, but I can't, because the bed's not big enough and the travel's not enough. So we're sort of limited. However, that said, the mill isn't awesome, but the customer service is. I broke it a little while ago. Basically, there's a gear in here somewhere that basically I put some. I was trying to get it to do something a little bigger than what I should have been, and I broke it. It's a plastic gear anyway. It's one of them sacrificial gears that. You know, if anything's going to go, it's going to be that, and it's not going to chew the crap out of anything else. So that broke when they sent it back. The only thing is they didn't put the drawbar back in this bit. So if you undo that, basically the chuck or the collet holder or any of that lot falls out. They didn't send it back, so I phoned them up going, where is it? No, I don't know. I had a look on the parts thing, and it's not listed on the parts list. So I couldn't just order another one. So the fella on the phone goes, oh yeah, I see what you mean. It should really be on there, shouldn't it? Leave it with me, I'll see what I can do. So he went and robbed the service manager's one, and he sent me a whole new chuck spindle with the drawbar in it. He said he couldn't be bothered to strip it down. So he just sent me the whole thing. All you got to do is hold that top collar and undo the drawbar, and it came out. So I've now got spares, which is cool. So, Draper, not the most expensive, certainly not the best. This thing isn't as rigid as it should be. But, when you ask them to do something, they sort of do it. Right, where are we? Right, this is all cooled down, and I really don't give a monkey's what it looks like, because I'm just going for coverage on this one. So it's had a whole line of dabs put across it, just basically trying to build it all back up. So I know we are definitely proud. I can dab it and make it all pretty, but I'm just going for volume here. So let's see if we can't get this set up somehow. If I just do one side first, and I want to base it on that line there, so. Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Right, I think first things first, just to make it easy, I'm going to have this bit off the bottom. Just because it's going to make it a lot easier to clamp down, I think. Yeah. Right then, I'm no machinist. Yeah, totally admit that one. This is hobby type stuff, but I do like mucking about with it. It is kind of fun. Makes a bloody mess, I'll tell you that for nothing. But it gets the job done. So that's all machined off nice and flat. This is all going to go through the shot blaster again at some point anyway, because it's all going to get powder coated. And yes, I could have just done it with the flappy wheel, or the grinding disc or whatever. But at least it's nice to muck about with these things every once in a while, and you got them, and it'll do a way better job. So you might as well have a go, eh? Right. And I like figuring stuff like this out, because like I say, I don't get to do this very often, so it's it's all a good skill. We got a machine shop at work, a tool room, and there's an old fella in there who's been machining on lathes and milling machines and everything else since year dot. And I love spending time with him and just shooting the breeze and watching him work and asking him stupid questions and all that sort of stuff. Because you don't mind helping, not at all. Is that going to be long enough? Yes, it will be. Right. But you can pick up an awful lot, and occasionally he lets you have a go, which, again, it's a good thing to do. Just because then you've got the watchful eye of a fella who's been doing it for donkey's years, watching what you're doing, telling you you're being a goon, and helping you get it right. How am I going to do this bit? That probably needs to be... do I want to go on there? Yes. Okay. So I ain't going to be coming any shorter than that. Put him at the same point. Now I just need to find that edge, which means using the thing. Yeah. Right. Right, like I say, I am no machinist. This stuff takes me ages. But I don't care, it's fun. Got a tiny little dial test indicator here, which I'm hoping we'll be able to pick up on that line. Yeah, it should just go. So I can make sure I'm following the line on the top of the casting when I trim it all down and make it all nice and true and straight and everything else. Ultimately, like I say, it's going to go for the shot blaster. So all those, nice finished off edges and, milled bits and everything, you're not even going to see them. But at least I'll know it's square and it's straight and it's as it should be and it's properly fixed and it's got rid of all the gouge marks that Steve-O put in it when he gooned about with a flaming angle grinder. So, yeah, it'll all be good. Like I say, this is going to take me a while, so I'm going to finish this bit off in the next one. And then there's loads of casting marks on the bottom one, which are just doing my head in. Let me show you, hang on. Right, so it's stuff like this that I want to dress up. On this side, no casting flash. On this side, you can't say the same. And it's just nasty all the way around. Like, you got casting flashes here, excuse me, and then nothing across the back, which is just weird. So I'm dressing all that stuff out and I want to get these yokes done and dusted. Not sure if we're going to be keeping this yet. I need to have a chat with Steve-O on that one. But I'll get the top yoke finished up in the next video, and I'll start on this one and get this one done, and then I'll probably have another crack at the oil cooler, just because it's sitting there looking at me. I hate that bloody thing, I really do. I'm going to get it done though, it's not going to beat me. So So anyway, that's where I'm leaving it for today. Oh yeah, we got the Patreon thing up and kicking. And there's a video up there for the VIP patrons, which we've got a few, as to be said. I didn't see any comments on it and no views on it, so I had to drop Stu a message going, mate, can you just check and make sure you can see it? And he said, yeah, it's there. So, if you're a VIP Patreon, check out the thing, on your Patreon, and you'll see another video there. Happy days. But they're going to be going up on like a semi-regular basis. And they ain't going to be seeing anything to do with the bikes and building and stuff that you lot ain't going to see. The way we're doing it is there is going to be some behind the scenes stuff and all that lot that gets filmed. That will be going up on the VIP stuff, because essentially they're contributing to the channel. And then there's the middle tier, which is the early access. Again, that will go up. So if you haven't already, go in and check your VIP, not your VIP, the other jobby on Patreon. You see, I ain't done it before. Go and check on that, because you'll get early access to this video when it goes out. And everybody else, you get to see the video when it goes live. It ain't going to be long. It's only going to be like 24 hours in advance for those folks. So I ain't going to make you wait. I'm not that mean. But anyway, thank you so much for the people that are chipping in. It is going to make a real difference. And yeah, I'm not one to hold my hand out. That tends not to sit right with me. But with the effects of coronavirus and basically getting mullered by no orders and all that sort of stuff, things are a little bit tight. So I do appreciate it. There is absolutely no obligation on anybody to jump in. If you want to just watch the channel as is, have at it. That's fine by me, and I thank you for watching. It really is kind of cool that people are tuning in on this. But yeah, so no obligation. Don't feel you have to. I am just really thankful that people are. So anyway, that's where I'm leaving it for today. I'm going to crack on with this, and you'll see it finished up in the next one. Happy days, eh? Laters!